Hi, this is Jeannie at Trendy Tree, and I'm going to change out the bow on my boxwood wreath. Now, this is a boxwood, just a square boxwood that I keep on my front door a lot of the times. And what I did for Christmas, I just had a red velvet bow, and I didn't take it down Christmas. I just added some Valentine ribbon to it. So it's time to come down now. So I'm going to use something a little more neutral that will get me by till time to decorate for spring. So I'm going to start out with just some, this is kind of a faux burlap, natural color, and this is an ivory with gold dots. All these ribbons came from Trendy Tree, but now these are leftover ribbons that I had here in my stash. So making a funky bow out of different styles of ribbons is a great way to use up your ribbon short ends. So these may not be available on the website, but I'll give you some links to some that are similar. I also have a 1.5 inch it says it's black and silver, but it's kind of an ivory. It's got a little bit of shine in it, but it's a 1.5 inch. I don't want to use that. Okay, so we're going to make a funky bow, and let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see a little closer up. Okay, now maybe you can see that a little bit better. So this is the EZ Bowmaker, and we sell this on Trendy Tree. So this is the part that holds your bow, and this is your ribbon holder. And then I'm going to use a chenille stem to secure my bow. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to make about a 12-inch bow. And for this bow, I want it to have some really long tails because I'll probably put the bow at the top of the wreath and let it hang down. So I'm going to start out with, I'm going to make some tails to start out with about 12 inches. I don't know how much ribbon I have left, so I might have to regroup. But I'm going to make about a 12-inch. Well, that's more than 12 inches. I'm sorry, y'all. That is more like, let's see, 8, 16. That's more like about 18 inches. Excuse me, about 18-inch tail. But I'm going to drop that and just pull those tails to the front, get them out of the way. And then I'm going to take my ribbon and I'll put it on the bow hole. Then I'm going to take about just a couple of inches, drop that down, give it a twist, and I'm going to make a 6-inch loop, which will give me a 12-inch bow. Drop that down, give it a twist, make a 6-inch on the other side. That's where I'll start. I think I've got enough to go ahead and make 2 more loops. Make them both 6 inches. This ribbon is very bulky. It is wired. All this ribbon is wired. Okay, and now, okay, I'm just going to cut that off. And I'm not going to make a tail with that. I'm just going to cut that off kind of short. It's okay. Just kind of press that down. And next, I'm going to go with this 1.5 inch ribbon, and I'm going to make the 16-inch tails, just like I did with the first ribbon. Just find the center, drop that down. Okay, and I'll put the ribbon on the holder. And then I'm just going to have a couple of inches there, drop that down, give this ribbon a twist, make a 6-inch loop on each side. Okay, and then I'm going to cut that off. I'm just going to do a loop on each side this time with this one. You could just layer your ribbons in here any way that you want to. Okay, and next I'm going to make another long tail. The tails may not be exactly the same length, but that's okay. We can even them up or change them when we get through. Drop that down. Okay, I'm going to put that ribbon on. short end on this side because the loops are going to cover that up. And then I'm going to make a 6-inch loop, another 6-inch loop, and on this one I'm going to go ahead and I think that's probably enough. Cut that off. And then I'm going to go back to my 1.5 inch and do it again. I'm not going to do any more tails. I'm just going to drop that in there. Give it a twist. This time I'm going to make about a 5-inch loop. A little bit smaller, 5-inch loop on each side. I'm going to go back and do 2 loops on each side. All of them are 5 inches. Okay. And then I'm going to come back. I think I'm going to go ahead and do 6 loops. 3 loops on each side at the 5-inch mark. I love that ribbon. Okay, now then, to end off, I've got to have one more little short loop to go in the center, and that's going to cover up my mechanics. Okay, so now I can end it off. I was going to use a chenille stem to secure this, but I think I'm going to need, this is such bulky ribbon, I think I'm going to use a zip tie. So I'm going to end that ribbon off, and that raw edge, we're going to cover that up in a little bit. So, okay, so just you want to press that stack down just as tight as you can. Ease your fingers under it and slip it off. Hold on to it. Don't let your stack jump out of your hand, which it will do that sometimes. Put your zip tie right over the top and bring it around to the bottom. And you're going to start to close your zip tie. Just don't close it all the way. Just get it started, keeping your ribbon all stacked up. Just get it started. And before you close it, take your chenille stem and slide it under the zip tie so you'll have something to secure it to the wreath. Okay, keep it all stacked up and then pull your zip tie tight. Okay, cut off the end of your zip tie. And you got your chenille stem to secure it to your wreath. And then you want to fluff out your ribbons. That last little short loop that we did, you want to pull that over to the center to cover up your mechanics. And any of your short ends, if they're showing too much, you can trim them off a little more. You just don't want to trim them off to the point that, you know, you think they're going to pull out or anything. But any of those that you need to trim, you can. Just fluff out your bow. You want to handle each piece of your ribbon. You can start from the bottom if you like. Fluff out those loops. Fluff one side and then go to the other. And go to your next ribbon. And sometimes you may want to even go ahead and put it on your wreath to get your final shaping, okay? And let's see, now we do want to finish off the ends of these ribbons, and I usually do that with a chevron cut. So I'm just going to do two tails at a time. Just lay that on top of each other, fold it, and then you're going to cut along that folded edge at an angle. That gives you a nice finish. And usually on my 1.5, I just do it at an angle. You can do it any way that you want. let me attach it to the wreath and then we'll come back and fluff it one more time. Okay, well, I attached it. I like to turn my square boxwood wreath a diamond shape. So just attach your bow and then you go back and do your final fluffing. And after you get it hung, I like to run my fingers down through the ribbon and give it a little bit of life. So let me just lay that down. Just kind of run your fingers under that, just to kind of fluff it up a little bit. And you can, if you wanted to, you can twist them or fold the ends under or up. But okay, that's it. So check out our ribbon supply at Trendy Tree. We have absolutely thousands of different styles of ribbon. And we have more tutorials. And I hope that you'll also check out my personal blog. It's jeanniepence.com. And there you go. Thanks for watching.